PUBG has been in the news quite a bit lately. It is not only on PC, but is now going to be ported over to consoles. I think that's really cool. And for you other console people who are just now kind of hearing about this, it's been around for a couple months, but from someone who has played it on the PC, I can kind of give you guys some insight on what to expect and how much fun this game really is to me and millions of others. Now, the full release is going to be in 2018. On Xbox, it's going to come first. It's only on the game preview, so it's really not too great. It's going to be like the early access we have right now on the computer or the PC. Now, I have a quote from Chang Han Kim, and he's the VP of Executive Producers at Bluehole. That's who made the game. He said, Microsoft Game Preview program allows us to get feedback directly from players, something that has been crucial to our success on Steam Early Access. And that just highlights that they know what they're doing when they're going to go to Microsoft's Game Preview and keep it like Early Access on the PC, just so you can iron out some bugs and everything like that. On PC, they've sold over 3 million copies, and on Steam, it's mostly positive reviews. So most people enjoy the game and they like it, and of course it's early access. There's some bugs, there's a little things to get ironed out, but for the most part it's still a great game. And I feel like on console you're gonna see a few bugs. It's gonna happen, but that happens with most games. I know there have been a few games this past couple years that it's been kind of the same, but these guys, they update weekly, monthly, and they're always adding new stuff, which is awesome. Twitch is huge for people to kind of grow as a broadcaster on there and to see how the game is played, maybe get a different perspective on things. And the peak concurrent users for PUBG can top over 200,000, and it hits the #1 most watched game on Twitch multiple times a week. So you know there's a huge outlet for this, and you're going to have a lot of people playing it. And that's one of the best things, because you have up to 100 people on this island, and if no one's playing, then how is that fun? It's going to be long for the queues. You're not going to probably have 100 people on this island, but with all these people interested in this and watching this, you know there's a lot of people playing it, and in turn your games are going to be full, and there's going to be a lot of diversity and a lot of new people you can meet and play against. Now, this is starting off as an Xbox exclusive, and it may come to other platforms a few months after the initial release. It was unconfirmed by my research, but I also found a quote from Brendan Green. He's the creator of PUBG. He said, we're looking at both consoles, of course, but we have no time frame for both. So later in 2017, they're wanting to release this early preview for Xbox, and then the 2018 full release, like I said. And that's about when the PC is going to be done also. So that's just the intro to the game to let you guys know what is going on. Now, I have 5 things I want you guys to know just going into it. That way you kind of have a baseline of knowledge, and I'm going to try to come out with a couple more videos going over more in-depth things about in-game. That way, whenever it comes on an Xbox, you can have the upper hand by having more knowledge than anyone else about the game. Point number 1, you have snipers. You have the AWM, the M24, the Kar 98, and the SKS. All the snipers are pretty great. You have a VSS, which isn't listed, and that one is okay. It's more of a silenced sniper, but that is no big deal. For assault rifles, you have an AKM that is like an AK, a SCAR, an M16A4, and an M416. It'll take you a little while to get the difference between an M16A4 and an M416. My thing is the M416 goes full auto, whereas the M16A4 only does bursts. You do have some other machine guns. You have an M249, a Tommy gun, an UMP9, and an Uzi. And those are more like SMGs. The most predominant ones are an UMP and an Uzi. I believe the M249 is also called a Vector. The Tommy gun I don't really see too often at all. You'd have some shotguns, the S686, the S1897, and you also have the S12K. I prefer the S12K. It's more of like an assault rifle. It takes those attachments, but that is just a personal preference. Pistols are pretty much useless, but you have an R1895, the P1911, and the P92. They all 3 take different types of ammo. I'd choose a pistol that has 9mm or 7.62. That's the most predominant that I've found in my games. So in total, there are around 18 main weapons, 3 main pistols, 4 grenades, 4 melee weapons, and 38 attachments. The melee weapons are a crowbar, machete, a pan, and a sickle. Pans can deflect bullets, so you want to keep those on your back. And I think they're also some of the most powerful ones. So I'd go ahead and try to get a pan whenever you can. All the others are really just for the very beginning. When you don't want to fist fight someone, you just want to hit them with a tool. As far as throwables such as grenades go, we have a frag grenade, a Molotov, a smoke grenade, and a stun grenade. For attachments, we have muzzle mods, grips, stocks, magazines, quick draw mags, extended quick draw mags, bullet loops, sights, and the list just goes on from all of these. Now, they fit all the other weapons. You're going to find whenever you play, you have certain slots on some weapons and certain slots on others, and it really just depends. What you really want to go for are those assault rifles, and if you can kit out a rifle, it's going to help you out a lot while playing this game. So whenever you see attachments, don't be afraid to pick them up. If you need to leave them there and go find a backpack, go back for them because they really are awesome. My favorite ones are probably just the sights. They help you so much. The iron sights aren't great. It's like a normal gun. And also extended mags. For whenever I have a gun full auto, I'd rather have an extended mag rather than a quick draw mag, just based on the fact that I'd rather be able to shoot more bullets at a time than waste precious seconds trying to reload and then possibly dying. But as long as you get both of those, I think you're pretty set, besides grips, which I think help a little bit. And obviously silencers are really rare, and they come in a ton of handy situations. For some equipment, we have backpacks all the way level 1 through 3. 3's better in all these situations. We have baseball caps, which are more just for decoration. Ballistic masks are the same. All the clothing items you don't really need at all. It's just something fashionable for you. You do have a motorcycle helmet. All of those aren't great, but they get the job done and they protect you a little bit. You have military helmets level 2, and those are going to work fairly well for you. Those are probably the most common besides the level 1, and it's really easy to get those. Going through for the police vests, you basically want to find the highest of all of these, but you do have level 1s and 2s, and picking up all the equipment and gear you can in the very beginning and throughout the game looting is the best option. Don't ever put it off thinking that just because you have a gun you are safe. You will get picked off by people who can see you and you can't see them. That is a main point in this game. You always have to have equipment, because if you're fully equipped out with your guns kitted out, your body is kitted out with level 3 gear, or at least level 1, you're in a lot better space than you are if you were just naked or didn't have anything at all to help protect you. We do have consumables. We have some med kits, which restores your health automatically all the way up. First aid kits restores it up to 75%. Bandages, they only do incremental healing, so you're going to need quite a bit of them if you lose a lot of health. Painkillers, adrenaline syringes, which I have never seen. We really just have painkillers and energy drinks, which that might have replaced on this list. So all of those are really helpful in situations. You always want to make sure you pick everything up that you can. I'd rather have too many healing items than not enough. As for food, we have apples, which I've never seen, and we also have those energy drinks I was talking about. The main consumables you're going to find, as far as I see, where you take orally, I guess, would be the painkillers and the energy drinks. You do have bandages and first aid and med kit and everything else like that, but you're going to look at these to heal up your health over the course of time. Vehicles are huge in this game, and if you cannot find one, you are going to be in some serious trouble. We have the buggy, which is probably one of my favorite. It's the most stable. If you flip it, you do have the roll cage, so it doesn't hurt you as much. We also have two types of UAZs, one open top, one closed. There's no real difference between the tops, in my opinion. It's just when it's raining outside, it's nice to make the joke that we found a closed one so you don't get too wet. We have motorcycles with and without a sidecar. The only difference is you can have 2 people or 3 if you include that sidecar. The downside of motorcycles is they flip very easy, and I can't tell you how many times I've hit a bump that I didn't even see yet, and it just completely knocks you off and kills you instantly. You have the Dacia 1300, which is just a sedan car, which is really nice, and then a PG 117 is a boat you can get, and the boats are okay. It's a lot faster than swimming, but it's not ideal for going around everywhere unless you know exactly where you want to go and how you want to maneuver throughout the map. That is really my first 4, those are the first 4 tips I have for you guys. Just giving you some knowledge over this stuff. I'm going to have all the links down in the description for you guys to go follow and look at everything yourself. I'd say link-wise, the best ones are going to be the first one and the 5th one, because the first one goes through all the weapons like I went through, only it tells you how many kills or how many hits you need to kill someone, the damage, the stability, all the ratings, and to me that is very, very helpful in determining what weapon I would like or if I was going to switch out weapons. The 5th one is also to the Pubg wiki, and that's where most of these links came through about the weapons, equipment, items, and vehicles, because it's hard to find lists made by other people. You just have to go straight to the wiki, and that's the only place I found this. Everyone else always likes to talk about the loot drops, and that's another video entirely. So there you have it, guys. Thank you for coming through and looking at this video. Hopefully, if you're looking to play on Xbox One or a console, this will help you out. Even if you're new to PC, this will help you out. I feel it's just some quick little info. And yeah, like this video if you learned something. Subscribe if you want more PUBG content like this. And I will see you guys next time.